Hello, welcome back to Respect is Growing, or welcome. My name is Vanessa and I'm so happy you're here with me today. It's a little different topic that we're doing today actually, and I'm really excited about it because I don't talk about it much on my channel, but I happen to be interested in social history and the way things used to be and how we can learn from that and sort of apply it to modern life, if you will. So in that vein, this past summer, our neighbor was actually selling her home and she consequently moved somewhere else. But during the moving process, she found not one, but 3 old newspapers. I'll insert some pictures here for you guys. And believe it or not, these are from 1947, which is amazing. They're not necessarily in the greatest condition, as you can sort of see here. I believe they were sort of stashed away somewhere in the house. But nonetheless, they're still here and you can read them pretty well. This particular one here was dated Friday, December 12th, 1947. This is Wednesday, December 17th. And we also have Thursday, December 18th, 1947 once again. So what I thought would be fun, so we could sort of immortalize this sort of moment in history, is to sort of read with you guys sections of this newspaper. Obviously not the whole newspaper in one video. Mostly I'll pick a section here and there and then we can sort of read it and then just see what things were like in 1947. Obviously we're in 2022 right now. A lot of time has passed and many things have changed, but nonetheless, like I said, this is sort of a moment in history that we can look back on and sort of be astonished about. Let me find a section here, and I'm gonna pick a newspaper at random, but because I want to do more than one video in this series, this new series, then we'll eventually get to most of these anyways. I think what I'm going to do is start with the earliest, the December 12th one. I'm going to just put this off to the side. And what's really fun too is you see all the ads from that time period as well. So, I mean, again, this is what astonishes me about history, because it says here, toy suggestions, being a December edition, that's what's going to be in here. And it says electric hobby motor for mechanically minded boy. Of course, just remember this will be somewhat gendered because of the time period it's from. But this toy was $5.95. Even here, a sturdy Etonia wagon, a thrill for a young lad. $11.50. I wonder if there's one for girls, because half price, Mrs. Sportswear, clearance of Brooklyn lines, 50 cents, literally 50 cents, to $5.97. Broken sizes and color ranges in a wide clearance of Mrs. Sportswear, all wool pullovers and cardigans, woolen mitts, heavy ski socks, wool to head scarves, cotton ski jackets. That's why the price range then, right? Because there's so many different things. Even a jacket, like a winter jacket, was $13.95. And a house coat, so I'm thinking if it's the same thing that we normally would have as a house coat now, the range for this, I guess, because it's saying here wraparounds as well as zipper closings with accordion, pleated, or sweeping skirts. So this seems to be women specific. $2.98 to $11.95. This is even an interesting one as well. Women's winter handbags. And what's also interesting is all of these have, please, no telephone or mail orders. So I suppose they wanted these people to go directly into the store because they're probably going to buy more that way. But says an exceptional opportunity to save early Saturday on smart bags, mostly Morocco and calf grain simulated leathers, with a few other leathers in the group. A few in pouch style, but mostly in underarm style with zippered tops, and inside navy and red in the group. Each $1. How much do we spend on handbags now? And maybe they're not even this good quality, to be honest. Okay, so we'll move past the advertisement part of this. What's really interesting is when I first looked through this in the summer when we found it, there's a lot of personal ads in here, and of course sometimes, at least in our modern world, a lot of this is shifted to online. But now in this time period, everything would have been put in the paper, because even the size of these papers, like, that's pretty thick, and there's a lot of information in here. If I won't lie, I'm not really into newspapers, like modern day newspapers, so I'm not sure of their thickness, but I would suspect that they're not like this anymore. So yeah, I mean, look just how dense this is, and it's like this on every single page, just full of information. But really what I want to find are like just some interesting personal sections to go through with you today. Here we go. Section, it seems 25 in this paper. Houses to let. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 under this section, and it says attractive winterized 4-roomed cottage, electric and running water, and that's king. Sometimes they say the price, but they don't always. Probably because the individual who put the ad in the paper wanted to tell that any interested parties in person. Yeah, furnished 4-bedroom bungalow garage will rent for 5 months. It's an interesting timeline. Winterized bungalow furnished on main highway till May, 35 miles north of Toronto. It says reasonable. I wonder what that meant. Here's another. This is a popular theme. Winterized. So winterized cottage, 20 miles north at Wilcox Lake. Please contact after 6. Now, that was 24, houses to let. Now 25 is houses wanted. So this might be interesting. Adults want 4 or 5-roomed unfurnished house in East York. A young contractor, wife, and baby desire house, will decorate / repair. Family of 3 adults wish to rent unfurnished room, will share house or rent a house in the south. Parkdale if possible. Urgent. Please contact after 5. Now they seem to sort of differentiate, because those were houses to let and houses wanted, but then there's also flats. So that must be apartments. At least that's what it usually means in English, like England English. A couple, no children, want 2 or 3 furnished or unfurnished rooms. A young couple, boy 2.5, require 3 rooms. Flat or what have you, ? Desperately needed. This is interesting. It says, now this is for a restaurant. Restaurant, central location, seats 48, 1,200 weekly turnover. That's pretty good. Rent, I'm just gonna pause for a moment here. $75. If you rent restaurant space now, it's a lot more than $75. Good lease, all modern equipment, owner retiring. No reasonable offer refused. Call Mr. Gallagher, and then it says broker and location. Yonge Street. So that's Yonge Street, Toronto. Rent $75. And you get $1,200 weekly turnover. Here's another restaurant. Seating capacity 150. In fast growing district. Well equipped. Ice cream and candy manufacturing if desired. Good turnover. Now, this could be the full price of the restaurant. I'm not too certain. Tell me what you guys think. It says restaurant O'Connor Donlands. Large room, water heating, good turnover, long lease. $6,000 full price. So it sounds like the lease, however long that might be, long it says, $6,000. Okay, so here's another one. This is a different section, but it's been better for prices. Rooming, house contents, centrally located, $4,500 full price, $3,500 cash, owner leaving city, monthly income $500. This is quite a large amount of money for 1947. Silent or active partner with $25,000 for dining room and cocktail bar, or someone to finance a sure money maker. So they want a financer. But that's still a significant amount of money back then. There's even some sections here that include Montreal, which is interesting. So section 26 called Exchange Living Spaces. And this one says Montreal to Toronto. I offer 5-room apartment, Montreal for duplex, house or apartment in Toronto. Will exchange attractive 3-room apartment East End, rent $45 for similar accommodations West End, and it's adult, so contact after 4. So somebody in this section is trying to sell a grand piano, and it says here baby grand piano in walnut, Adam Design, maybe that's the company. Beautiful base, mechanically perfect, principles only, and they're asking $1,100. Now, I don't know if you've spent any time on Facebook Marketplace recently, but I know we do often, and I know I see a lot of, perhaps not this type of piano, but some people even put it down for free, but or more importantly, they're like $8,000 or a lot more, and that's even cutting prices a lot for then too. But there's a whole section on pianos here, which is very interesting, regular and otherwise. Piano upright, very good condition, $65. And that's on Dundas West. And again, not every one of these has a price listed. But even this is not a piano, but it's a ping pong table, regulation size, good condition, $20. So to completely change modes from pianos, this says laundry tubs, cement best quality, $13.50, delivered to basement whenever possible. So that's either somebody offering to do laundry or they're offering the facility. I can't be sure about that one. Again, let me know what you think. Well, I think we'll call it quits for today. Thank you for joining me today in sort of delving into a glimpse of what 1947 would have looked like in terms of advertisements along with personal ads. Now, like I said, this is video 1 of many, I hope, because we do have 3 separate newspapers to look into and sort of explore. I do hope to include my husband in some of these videos too, because we happen to enjoy this together, like reading this and seeing prices and what you could get back then for now such a little price. Of course, let's not forget about inflation and the fact that people have to work very hard like they do now to make enough to buy some of these things or buy them secondhand, like again we do still this to this day. So please consider a like, share, and subscribe. I do a variety of videos on this channel, many of which revolve around motherhood and being a stay-at-home mom, and of course some fun things like this I like to throw in as well. So please check out my other videos, and I hope to see you next time.